By the way, can you hear me? Cool. Well, I'm still waiting for 2 o'clock, and then I will talk a little bit about the test nets, how is it going, and so on, and then I will get to the questions. And yeah, only technical questions. Sami, do you have any technical question about the project? And yeah, the project is not dead yet. Hey there. Well, still 2 minutes to begin. Tuk, 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 tuk. Yeah, Sammy, if you want business updates, better ask Frédéric Goujon. Well, I guess we can start now. So, last time we had some few technical issue on the MAT, the stream shut down and so on. Hopefully, it doesn't happen this time. So, how are we going on the testnet? It's running. While you can check it on the Block Explorer, the wallet is working. If you want some NCCs to test, you can ask in the channel. Admins can send you NCCs. So far everything is going well. It's running few. I guess yeah, 20 bots. I've seen some users running their own bots, getting into the assemblies and writing their own blocks. So that's a good thing. Didn't have many question on the Docker installation, so I guess it went well for most of people. So that's fine. Yeah. So yeah, for now the testnet is working. We don't have much more feature for this version. Yeah, I'm waiting to see how it goes further when we add more bots and so on. So let's check back the questions. Tuk, tuk, tuk. This is not technical, yeah. Well, about relation with the French governments, yeah, maybe you can check in the main channel updates from Fred about that, from Fred and Color Tones, and follow our Twitter. You can have more information. This session is more for technical questions. So hey, investment. TPS. Well, if you look at the Block Explorer, you can see a really small TPS because we don't. Our bots only send random direction to have less than zero. But we tested no issue at 30 TPS. We had in spikes up to 100. Still need to see how long can we go to 100, and the issue is also depends of the machine you're using. Right now we're using really small instances from EC2. The smallest instance you put, the smaller the TPS will be because you need to check the transaction and so on. We'll try to test with bigger instances and more bots to see how it goes. Um, but yeah, we still need to have more checks. And as said before, TPS is hard to measure because it really depends of the environment. And if I tell you 100 TPS, you can't compare it like that to other blockchain because you need to know how they did it too. If you put two bots together, yeah, you can go much faster than if you put 1000, because the 1000 gonna need to check the transaction and so on. So that's a tricky question. What's next? Can it make easy for computer needs? Well, so about installation, so far what we have, it's you need an Ubuntu up to date, and from there you have a one-liner to install. Um, yeah, Crypto Colors, did you follow the video for the installation? Maybe I can put the link again. Um, yeah, it's a 5 minute video I did from scratch from new Ubuntu, and yeah, I didn't, yeah, change anything. I just installed the bot, and it took me like 5 minutes. You just need to follow the instruction, and you will get there. What else do you have? Fusion makes the produce script that's allow almost, well. That's more or less what we have. Again, let me. If you go on our GitLab, up there, you just need to. You have a one-liner command. This one that's gonna install the bots once you have Docker on a window. Docker is quite easy to install. You have a really good documentation on their website, and it's basically one script designed to run. Mm. Any mainnet update and will mainnet come with a confirmed adoption? Um, what do you mean by it's confirmed adoption? Well, as I said before on the main channel, between the mainnet and now we need to do the security audits. So the mainnet will come, I guess, a few weeks or 1 or 2 months after the that security audit. Well, it depends on the security reports. Tuk, tuk, tuk. Would it be possible to run a bot using a Raspberry 3 or 4? We had some people of the community trying to install it. Uh, so far, they were able to install it, to run the bots, to write some blocks, but on the long run, there was some performance issue. I still need to look into that to see if we can do something. Let's compile with more option to have a faster bot and so on. I didn't test it myself because it's not our main target, but if I get time, I will try to. X and Fire left. From what I see, not many general business updates on the channel. Well, as you know, yeah, we all are pretty busy, so update takes time. Fred is trying to do it at least once a week. I do it when we have something new or trying to do more AMA like this to block some time for updates. And after, yeah, everything is relayed by the admins in the channel, so you can ask them or read the backlog. When top volume exchange, not technical. Tick tick tick. Oh, hello, Lev. So, any more question about the testnet, the installation, any issue you encounter trying to install the bot on, or so on? How security audits happens? It's a well-known company. Do it. Does code quality, security follow? So far, what we're doing, we have a partnership with engineering school, SC Paris. We have 6 students and one PhD and some few teacher looking into that. They did fork our project and looking into it. There are several ways to do that. Either they use tools that run on our code and our project to have reports. That's the first step, and then we do some scenarios on yeah, if someone gonna is one willing to attack the blockchain, he can try this and this and see what happens from the network point of view, from the administration, and so on. So that's what we're doing so far. After that, we will yeah, go with a well-known company. We're still looking into that, which one to take, and so on. And yeah, they will audit separately the code, the consensus, of course, and both together to see if it works well. Um, how does Enriching compare to Matrix AI network? Black Stuntman, do you have any more precise question on that? On which levels? On the TPS, on the consensus, which uh, which you want? Um, yeah, right now I'm also working on some monitoring to show how the bots are doing well and so on. We can probably put that online. I know that some people are working on new wallets. Many of you have to yeah complain about the wallet. That was the first one. Yeah, just for the testnet, we're working on something more clean and more production ready. The the one actually online do the job, but yeah, does the job. Sorry. Uh, we'll work on something better. Uh, well, when it finished, after it begins, and it didn't begin yet, and security can, yeah. Usually they told us that it's gonna take like 1 month or 1 or 2 months, depending on the charge and how they have other customers before us and so on. Um, and it also depends if they find something or not. Um, there's always something, but yeah, that's uh, even on Bitcoin. You have some known issue. If you're over 51% or so on, uh, on Neurochain, this is not a 51% exactly issue, and they will need to identify how much token do you need to take overall the blockchain. So I guess that's gonna take a yeah few weeks to audit just for the consensus. Is there any collaboration? There is a collaboration with those two, but on a business level. The my part, the technical part, we're doing a blockchain, a generic blockchain for now, and we're gonna plug business application on top of the blockchain. We're actually also working on some interface between the blockchain and applications like an SDK or a framework to make it easier to make new applications. For example, mimicking ERC20 and ERC70 21. Uh, Exxon, yeah, we already have a testnet running. It has been running for months now, actually. Uh, so you can already build application. On top of that, we have an API REST API that you can use to build application wallets or anything else on top of that. Already in testnet phase and further out on mainnet. Yeah, said mainnet will come shortly after the security audit. The tracer DApp application, DApp, it's more thread-oriented question. I don't know if you can jump in. Well, for smart contracts, we're planning to use Lua because it's easy to embed into the blockchain. Security wise, if most of the stuff has already been done, writing our own language doesn't give us any added value. I think it's almost stupid. We're not going to do something better than Lua. I guess Nepta would be really happy to hear that. And and on top of the blockchain, since we have a REST API, you can already use almost any language. Some of our application are in JavaScript. You can do really easily in Python, Java, C, C++, Lua. I guess PHP, Go, Rust are fine to use our API. Will Neurchain be able to interpret? Well, for first for software, enterprise software, yeah, of course, that's why we have API, and we're all already building a higher level API on top of those ones. So that's the point. So company, enterprise, and so on can come and plug their own application. We're talking a lot about supply chain at Norchain. So if you already have your CRM or a supply chain software, you can just push more stuff into the blockchain. And for other blockchains, we don't have any plan yet to do so, but all the blockchain have their API, so you can push from one to another, and yeah, I guess do it like that. Um, uh, yep, did I miss? Well, should be able to yeah. 5. 5 developers. Uh, or 2 on the front end application and 3 on the core. But yeah, my 2 colleagues don't like to be seen on the camera. Uh, yeah, some motivation. Please, a round of applause for Oli.
Hello.
Yeah. Today we're 2 in the office. Nepta is at home, sick, and the 2 others are not in Paris. So, any special feature you would like to see in the coming versions? Any updates? Anything more you want to follow the technical update and so on? Total supply 4,300,000,000 and so on. ICO we there were 395 million. Not everything was sold, so I guess yeah. The parts was that have been sold will be either in the block zero or transferred after the mainnet. Yeah, by the way, we can talk a little bit about the swap. Many people asking about the swap and how it's gonna be ran. Um, People, you will have a wallet. You will be able to generate keys. If you want your tokens to be in the block zero, you there will be a smart contract or an application to transfer from Ethereum tokens to block zero. Then we will write the block zero and publish the mainnet. And even after that, you will be able to retrieve your coins and do the swap, of course. I guess you can have like 1 year after the mainnet start to swap your coins, so no rush. uh, the thing is to forge blocks, you need your coins, so the earliest you do it, the earliest you can forge. But if you're not yeah, prepared to do it for the mainnet, there's no issue, you can do it later. Yeah, well, we talked to UBs to prepare the swap. They say they will only swap after 1 or 2 months after the mainnet. Yeah, of course, they got a little bit cold feet. That's for security. That's normal. Yeah, the swap will be done also on EOB. Well, guys, any more questions? Hey Alberto, well, the testing is going pretty well on this version. The bots are running smoothly for yeah, says like for months now. I'm going to see exactly right now one of them. Uh, yeah, the last testnet has been launched. The last version has been launched 5 weeks ago, and the bot has been running since without any issue. Uh, so everything is going pretty well. We don't consume much resources. The instance is like 2 CPUs. Uh, Reminder, Raspberry 4 now have I guess 4 CPUs. And memory wise, we have less than 2 gigs, and it works fine. So Raspberry 4 with 4 gigabits should be fine. Replication is going fine. Database also is not using too much I/O or even disks. So yeah, pretty cool. You should definitely try to install your own bots. Tell us how it goes. If it's too complicated or someone, if you have issues. Because yeah, we install bots on different machine, different clouds, but that's not the same as if you do it, you guys. So please help us. Well, if you don't have any other question, yeah, I will stop the stream in few minutes. I'm gonna try to do it more often. So if you have questions and so on, uh, hopefully we can try to summarize the question in a Q&A and post it somewhere on the website. That would be helpful, I guess. Okay, guys. Well, thanks for coming. Don't hesitate to post more questions on the Telegram. Um, See you on the next time. I will try to do it twice a month to keep in touch. Oh, one last question. Yeah, my novel, Black Sandman. What's the question? Well, as a reminder, how do you get Coinbase from Neurochain? You need to do transaction between different peers. You get PII. You do. You do your work in the community, validate blocks and so on. You behave well, and you get better PII. When you get a big enough PII, you get into the assembly, and then you get to write blocks. And when every time you write a block, you earn a coin base. So yeah, it's mineable, forgeable coins. Does it answer your question? Well, as I said, partnerships, not technical partnerships so far. Business, I will let Fred talk about it. Uh, well, okay, guys. I'm gonna go. I still have a little bit of work to do to for the blockchain. So if you have any more questions, please feel free to ask them in the Telegram. I'm trying to answer as soon as possible or ask the admins that sometimes ping me when I lose questions. When price increase, uh, I don't have my crystal ball, so I don't know. Okay, guys, have a good day.